Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and in today's video for Elder Scrolls Online for Beginners, I wanted to talk a bit about merchants, who they are, or where you can find them, and basically what they can do for you. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to be covering the various types of vendors that you'll be running into throughout your journeys, with the exception of the guild traders. And the reason for that is I'm going to be covering that particular topic in a later video. Your typical run-of-the-mill merchant is going to be in well-populated areas such as cities or towns, with the exception of the lone merchant that you'll find wandering around the roads and paths of Tamriel. If I go to the map, this is the icon right here that you want to look for, and as you can see on the right, it tells you who you can buy and sell from, and you can essentially get like just various pieces of equipment like weapon armor, soul gems, and even furnishings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and talk to this armor.
Rumor has it.
With merchants, the cool part I like about this is no matter what the merchant is that no matter what kind of item you have to sell, they'll buy it, no matter whether it has to do with their craft or not. So, say I have like some plants that I'm wanting to sell, um, even though she's an armor, she will buy those plants. So it makes it a little bit easier for new players, uh, to sell stuff instead of having to just try to go around and find a particular person that's associated with that particular item that you're trying to sell to. Um, each particular, well, most of the merchants will have four options, which is buy, sell, buy back, and repair. Now, buy is self-explanatory. You highlight it, you tap X to buy it, and some of the stuff might be really expensive for you at first because you're just starting out. But like I said in previous videos, just collect stuff up from the world, like plants, materials, ore, rune stones, just basically stuff that's not nailed down, so you can actually go and sell it. Which is right here in this it's right here in this category. Now, not everything can be sold. I'll tell you this much. I think there's certain food items that you can't sell. You can get rid of it. It will list it as a 0. Like if lockpick, like if I wanted to sell that, I could tap X, but it's not going. But I'm not going to get anything from it. But everything now, for the most part, is fine. So essentially, all you do is much like on buy, you just highlight what you're trying to sell. You tap X. If you have more than one, you adjust the quantity by hitting left or right on your directional pad, and then you just hit tap X for sell. Now, let's say I accidentally sold that. I can simply go back into the buyback option, highlight it, tap X, and it's back in my inventory. Now, another interesting thing about merchants is if you are, let's say you leave this town and you're in another town altogether, and you suddenly think, wait a minute, this is not in my bag, maybe I accidentally sold it. Do I have to really go back to that town that I was in and see if I can buy it back there? No, you can buy it back from the other merchants that are in a different town altogether. Now, as far as how long all the stuff stays in the buyback, I don't really know, because it's very rarely do I sell something accidentally. If I had to guess, I'd say probably 24 hours. If there's anybody out there that knows for sure, please put it in the comment section below, so we can know for sure. Now, the last section, repair, is specifically for your armor. Swords is an entirely different ball game altogether, but this just pertains to armor. So but I don't have any damaged stuff here, but let's say all my armor is damaged and I want to repair it. I do have the option of going to each one, highlighting it, just kind of picking and choosing, which I would suggest you do if you don't have a lot of gold and when you're just starting out, and just repair it that way. Or if you have like a ton of gold, you could hit square and it will repair everything at once. So we're going to go ahead and go back into the map, and then we're going to look for this icon. And this is an area where a lot of people are going to be spending their time in, especially if you decide that you want to craft, because crafting is a good way to make extra money. And as you can see, it's has quite a few stations, artisan stations where you could go and try to do a particular craft. They also have like a person associated with that station that not only can you sell to and get your armor repaired, but they can also sell you stuff like blueprints and diagrams and materials. That way you can craft your own items or home furnishings if you decide to get a home. Another place that you can actually sell or buy from is if you go to the Outlaws Refuge, and they have fences that you can sell to, or you can go to general goods merchants, which they will typically sell you stuff for your home. And finally, a place that you can't really sell or anything, but you can buy upgrades for your mount, is the stable. But in the case of this, which I think I may do a video on that one as well, or maybe at least an updated video on it. But you can get your armor repaired there as well. So it doesn't really have to be an artisan or just your regular merchant. It can be at a stable. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.